Here's a scenario every gamer knows. You want to play with your friend, but you're on PlayStation and they're on Xbox. Or you're on PC and they're on Switch. Different platforms, same desire to just game together. And suddenly, something that should be simple becomes a whole complicated conversation about who is buying what on which system. Cross-platform co-op was supposed to solve all of that. And when it works, it is genuinely one of the best things to happen to gaming in years. No platform loyalty arguments, no duplicate purchases, no leaving anyone out. Just friends jumping into the same game together regardless of what console or PC they are sitting behind. Today, we've rounded up the best of it. These are the best cross-platform co-op games that let you and your friends play together no matter what system you are on. Because great gaming should never be locked behind a hardware choice. Let's get into it.
No Man's Sky went from one of gaming's roughest launches to one of its biggest redemption arcs, and the multiplayer side of that comeback is genuinely impressive. Crossplay covers PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and even VR headsets, letting you and a squad explore the same galaxy no matter what you're playing on. Build a base together, fly in formation through a system nobody's touched yet, or just get distracted hunting for a planet with genuinely unhinged wildlife. Hello Games keeps dropping free expansions years after launch, so there's always a new reason to regroup. New biomes, new mechanics, new ways to lose several hours without noticing. Few studios have earned this kind of trust back the way they have.
Sea of Thieves might be the most naturally social co-op game on this list. A full crew sailing, fighting, and inevitably betraying each other built entirely around cooperation. Crossplay spans Xbox, PC, and PlayStation 5, so your whole crew can pile onto one ship regardless of what they own. There's no cross-progression headache to worry about either, since your pirate profile is tied to your Microsoft account and travels with you. Whether you're hunting skeleton forts, chasing a legendary rank, or just messing around with cannons were your friends, this is a game engineered for chaos with people you actually like. Grab a crew, raise the sails, and let the arguing about who's steering begin.
Borderlands 3 had a rough start with crossplay. For years, PlayStation and Xbox squads couldn't touch each other. That's fixed now through Gearbox's Shift matchmaking system, which links PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and even Mac into one shared pool. Set a crossplay display name, link your Shift account, and you can mail loot or squad up with friends no matter what they're playing on. It's still one of the best pure looter shooters for a chaotic 4-player run. Vault hunters shredding through enemies, arguing over who calls dibs on the legendary drop. Just know your save file stays locked to whatever platform you started on, so pick your squad's home platform before you commit to a full campaign.
Diablo 4 was built for crossplay from launch, and it shows. PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and even Switch players all share the same Battle.net-powered lobbies and can party up without a second thought. Cross-progression works too, so your Barbarian or Necromancer follows you if you switch platforms mid-season. Every few months, a new season drops, with a fresh mechanic, updated loot, and a reason to regroup with your group for another Health Tide run or pet push. Whether your friends are locked to console or grinding on PC, nobody gets left behind waiting for content to sync up. You're all fighting through the same battle pass, the same world tier, the same nightmare dungeons together. For nearly 2 years, Baldur's Gate 3 was one of the biggest co-op RPGs without actual crossplay. PC, PlayStation, and Xbox players were stuck in separate pools, even though it's built entirely around partying up. Larian fixed that with patch 8, and now a group of up to 4 can mix and match freely across PC, Mac, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S through a free Larian account. Save sync, story choices carry over, and console players even get proper split screen for couch co-op. If your group has been putting off a full playthrough because everyone owns a different box, that excuse is gone now. This is still one of the deepest co-op RPGs ever made, and it finally plays like one.
For over a year, Helldivers 2 was PlayStation and PC only, which meant a huge chunk of squads simply couldn't play together. That changed when Arrowhead brought the game to Xbox Series X and S, and Crossplay came with it from day one. Now, a 4-person squad can be split across all 3 platforms and still drop into the same hellhole together, spreading managed democracy shoulder to shoulder. Friend codes make linking up across platforms simple, even if your super credits and stratagem unlocks stay locked to whichever platform you earn them on. With the roster this wide now, finding a full squad for higher difficulties is faster than ever. This is peak chaotic co-op, and it just got a lot more accessible.
Fortnite treats platform walls like they don't exist. PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, mobile, everyone drops into the same lobby, same loot pool, same storm. Epic built their account system around this from day one, so your skins, your V-Bucks, your Battle Pass progress follow you whether you switch from a console to a laptop mid-season. Squad up for zero build, grind through the live events, or just goof around in a creative map. Your friend group never has to ask, wait, what do you play on? It's still one of the cleanest crossplay setups in gaming, and with new chapters and collabs lating constantly, there's always a fresh reason to jump back into a squad.
Minecraft basically invented the idea of doesn't matter what you own, just get in. Java and Bedrock players sit on separate code bases, but Bedrock ties together Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, PC, and phone into one shared multiplayer world. Realms makes it painless. One person pays, everyone else just joins with a code. You could have a friend building on a Steam Deck, another on an iPhone during a lunch break, and someone else on a PS5 controller, all stacking blocks in the same world at the same time. No patch, no workaround, no asterisk. It's the reason Minecraft still shows up on every Play With Your Squad list nearly 15 years later. The barrier to entry for co-op here is basically zero.
Overwatch 2 rebuilt itself around accessibility, and crossplay was a huge part of that. PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch players all share lobbies, with full cross-progression so your account, skins, and Battle Pass follow you across platforms. Squad up for quick play, push through competitive together, or just mess around in Mystery Heroes with your group, regardless of what they're playing on. Every new season brings fresh heroes, map changes, and event modes that keep the hero pool feeling different from what it was a few months ago. For a game built entirely around team composition, having your whole friend group able to link up on any platform is exactly what this format needed.
Apex Legends nailed crossplay early and has stuck with it. PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch players all share the same battle royale, matched fairly through input-based matchmaking, so controller players aren't stuck against a lobby of mouse and keyboard sweats. Squad up in a 3-person team, pick your legend, and drop in together no matter what your friends are playing on. Respawn keeps the seasons coming with new legends, map reworks, and rank shifts that keep the meta from ever going stale. It's still one of the tightest, most mechanically demanding battle royales out there, and having your whole crew accessible regardless of platform is a big part of why it's held on this long.
The Finals earns a spot here for having genuinely seamless crossplay from day one. PC, PlayStation, and Xbox players all drop into the same destructible arenas without a single asterisk. And destructible isn't an exaggeration. Entire buildings collapse mid-match, floors give way, and your escape route can literally get erased in real time. Squad up in a 3-person team, cash out with a vault, and adapt on the fly as the map around you gets torn apart by everyone else's chaos too. It's fast, it's a little unhinged, and the crossplay setup means you never have to worry about which console your teammate is holding. You're all just trying to survive this same collapsing building.
Remnant 2 spent its first several months without crossplay, which was rough for a game this built around 3-player squads. That changed with an update that finally linked PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S into one shared pool, letting your whole group tackle the route together no matter what they're running. This is a genuine Souls-like meets third-person shooter, with procedurally shifting worlds so no 2 runs through a dungeon look the same. Bring 2 friends, split up the archetypes, and go in blind. That's when this game is at its best. Just remember your character stays on the platform you built it on, since cross-progression still isn't part of the package.
Valheim proved you don't need flashy graphics to build one of the best co-op survival games out there. Just brutal Viking combat, punishing biomes, and a base-building loop that eats entire weekends. Crossplay covers Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, so your whole crew can raid the same longhouse and take down the same bosses regardless of platform. 10 players can share one world, which is more than enough chaos for a friend group trying to survive the Mistlands together. It's slower and more methodical than most survival games, which honestly makes the co-op hit different. You actually need each other to survive, not just to have more guns pointed at the same boss.
Pal World just hit its full 1.0 release, and it brought something the community had been begging for since launch. PlayStation 5 finally joined the crossplay pool alongside PC and Xbox. Now your whole squad can build a base, tame pals, and take down tower bosses together no matter which of those three you're on, all running through the same version with no lag between platforms. Just know there's still no cross progression, so your character stays tied to whichever platform you created it on. Hop between systems and you're starting a fresh end. With PS5 finally in the mix, this creature-collecting survival crafting game just opened its doors to a massive new chunk of co-op squads.
Rock and Stone. But let's be honest about the crossplay situation first. Deep Rock Galactic isn't full crossplay. Xbox links up with the Microsoft Store PC version, and PlayStation 4 and 5 share their own separate pool. But Steam players are boxed into Steam-only lobbies, so check what your squad owns before you commit. That said, once you're in, this is one of the tightest 4-player co-op loops in gaming. Pick a class, drop into a procedurally generated cave, and mine your way through swarms of bugs with genuinely destructible terrain. It rewards actual teamwork over just shooting things, and the community around it is one of the friendliest in co-op gaming. Rock and Stone Dwarfs.